Hi Chase, Michelle here. I wanted to give you some feedback on your profile of Manny. I think you've got a good start here. I think it needs a little bit of work though. Let me kind of walk you through my suggestions. Um, I mean, your lead just doesn't. I'm. It's a little bit. I feel like the story is unfocused, and because of that, maybe your lead is a little bit unfocused too. I mean, I like the idea of just starting it with Emmanuel Sanchez Mora has been chasing dreams his whole life. But you don't ever really show evidence of what those are. I mean, did he dream about coming to the United States? Did he dream about, what were the other dreams or has it, always just been soccer? I think you need to kind of clarify that, and then you could justify that as a lead, and I think it'd be a good one. There's nothing inherently wrong with the way you set it up, but it just it feels a little bit disjointed, and I think you could really kind of bring home a focus to the story if you talked about dreams, if that's in fact what you want to talk about. Okay, I said, and we don't use first names, we use last names. Sanchez Mora was born in Guadalajara and moved with his family to the U.S. when he was, let's kind of put this into context. I don't really understand. His father had lived in the United States, but was in Mexico to marry Manny's mother. I don't understand that. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And maybe I'm missing something, but as written, I didn't really get that. He lived his first few years in Mexico before arriving at the U.S. border 7 days before the terrorist attacks. Why is that significant? Is that something he remembered? Or I don't understand what that 7 days before the terrorist attacks. I think you need to explain why you're putting that in. Then it says officially settling in Crete a month later. As written, that would be an incomplete sentence. So need to fix that. And maybe you could just say a month after arriving in the U.S., the family settled in Crete, where they still live, to pursue opportunities at farmland, I'm assuming. And I think you need to explain what it is. And, this is kind of obtuse also. I don't understand why that drew them to the state. It was jobs there. I'm not really wild about this quote unless you kind of explain it. Why was Nebraska fitting for his family? Okay, and then you said Manny grew up was an only child. I just changed that. Grew up as an only child, which is why he thinks he's so interested in people. And can we tie that into being a journalist or being a commentator, or why he chose journalism? Can we tie that in at all? I feel like this is repetitive. And again, this is fine. But why? Why soccer? Does he mean soccer in the US or in Latin America or Europe or all of it? Did he play soccer? How did he become interested? I feel like there's just a lot. If that's his big dream, let's hear a little bit more about that. I'm not wild about this ending. I feel it's a little bit cheesy. Is there something else you can say about the dream and the soccer, or a direct quote, or commentating, or whatever? I feel like it just needs a little bit more substance, I feel like. So those are my suggestions. Let me know if you have any questions. I am more than happy to help guide you through this. So Good luck. I'm looking forward to seeing a revision.